Coming to you from beautiful San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, purposeful coach and speaker in the world. Hope you guys are ready for Friday. It's an exciting day. Let me just recap, since today is Friday. We started Monday a series called Man Up. So we started a series called Man Up. This series was my intention to respond with assistance because of a unusual onslaught of individuals that are going through very challenging times in their marriage. Now, most people are going through something in their marriage at any given time. That's just the nature of intimate relationship with expectation. However, it seems like hell has been unleashed on marriages recently, so it's my intention to primarily speak to men, although women can gain some insight listening to these series. So my suggestion to you is, if you know somebody who could use a little encouragement and some practical knowledge and application to take action, share these videos, please. Starting with Mondays, the first one, titled, "To Most Boys, Girls Are Kinda Like Math." What do I mean by that as I recap that before I go into today's? At some point, unless you had an amazing math teacher when you were really young, you probably began to agree with, I'm not great at math, I don't really understand it, I don't get it. Now, I'm not talking about everybody, I'm talking about the majority of people. The majority of people do struggle with math, and it's typically not because math is ridiculously complicated, it's because they had a bad teacher. A teacher that wasn't a bad person, just someone who was not skilled in the art of educating an individual according to how they learn. So girls are kind of like math to most boys, which was my Monday message, revolved around the fact that at some point guys have just given up on, well, I don't understand women, I'm never going to understand them, so forget it, I'm just going to do my thing. And the next thing you know, the guy is down the road from his mansion heating up a TV dinner with a couple million in the bank while his wife's back home on the back porch hanging out in the pool with Paco the pool boy. And that's not the life the man imagined. Let me share this with you today, nugget number 5. Keep your eyes in your head and your rocket in your pocket. What do I simply mean by that? I will go over what is talked about very rarely, and it's called the 3 G's that'll take down a good or a great man. There are 3 G's that'll take down a good or a great man, and I'm just going to focus on one of them today. Those 3 G's are this: the gold, the girls, and the glory. The gold, the girls, and the glory. What do I mean by that? The gold. When a guy becomes so convinced that providing money for his family is the most important thing, and the assumed deceptive financial security that will come from earning money, that this becomes his primary focus and place of investment and growth and knowledge and sacrifice, putting the family in second place, this guy's on a train wreck for disaster. The gold, the girls, the glory. When the money becomes the primary focus and the family becomes secondary, you're on a path of slow and sure destruction, because she wants you, not your money dude. At some point, the money is helpful. She wants you. She does not want to be second place. She doesn't want you to justify, but I'm doing this for the family, when you're absent. She wants your presence with some change rather than your absence with some thick stacks. Unless you've burned her so much over the years that she's just happy to take your thick stacks while you're out doing your thing. And she's probably hanging out with Paco the pool boy during the day while you're at work. I'm sorry, can we have real talk here today, man? We're having real talk here today. The gold, the girls, and the glory, that's the gold. The girls is what I'm going to focus on today. The glory, the 3 G's that'll take out a great man. The glory, what is that? That's when a guy gets really good at what he does, and he steps from humility into arrogance, believing that he is all that and a bag of chips, that his feces does not emit a heinous aroma. You guys get that? He believes his crap don't stink, and he starts thinking, hey, I got this. It's all about me. I'm awesome. The glory. When a guy starts walking in pride, the ability to humble himself in relationship goes away. It'll bring a man down. The gold, the girls, and the glory. Today, we're going to focus on the girls. Keep your eyes in your head and your rocket in your pocket, baby. What do I mean by that? Men, you do not accidentally fall in bed with a woman. Like maybe tripping and falling on the ground. It does not accidentally, well, it just happened. No, it didn't. Well, it didn't mean nothing. That's a damn lie. Well, I didn't mean it. That's a damn lie. I don't love her. You're probably right. None of those excuses is going to cause the wife of your youth and your bride to be okay with that. So how do you avoid it? That is my discourse, passion, and pursuit this morning, to impart practical actions and activities that you can apply to your life today. Do you know in the book of Proverbs is written by a few dudes, but one primarily, a guy named King Solomon, noted as the wisest, wealthiest man to ever live on earth. He wasn't a fairy tale, y'all. He was a dude. Do you think if you had access to the deep ponderings of the wisest, wealthiest dude ever, that you might spend a little time studying what he had to say? You might consider doing it. 31 books in the book of Proverbs in the Bible. 6 of those chapters are dedicated to a guy keeping his eyes in his head and his rocket in his pocket. 6 chapters, not 6 verses, 6 chapters. Why is that? Because it is a grave and intense temptation. I've heard it said, and it may be harsh, cover your ears if you're given to easy offense. Adjust your halo, church folks, when I tell you I'm about to tell you. It has been said, and it's harsh. Women are looking for one man to meet all of their many, many needs. And men are looking for many, 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 many women to meet their one need. Now you take that for what it's worth and you decide what your conclusion is on that. Now that's not black and white. That's not how it is. And yet, at the heart of the matter, why would a grown man with a fully developed frontal lobe in his brain that now understands consequences risk his life, his livelihood, his children, his marriage for a quick fling? Why? I'll tell you why. Because that's some pretty powerful stuff, y'all. Powerful, powerful, powerful stuff. And men, you will not avoid falling into that trap unless you have prepared in peacetime a standard of action and activity for yourself that you can whip out in wartime. Not being in the situation is your greatest defense. And I would say the most significant offense. Not putting yourself in that place. In the 6 chapters of the book of Proverbs, written by the wisest guy in the world. Why did he put so much effort into that? Very few people know this. King Solomon had 300 wives and 1,000 concubines. That means that any day of the week for several years, this man could have and experience a different woman anytime he chose to do that. Don't ask me why. I didn't write the Bible, y'all. I'm just telling you. This was King Solomon. This was how he rolled. And they took over a year of beauty treatments just before they could even be presented in his presence. Guys, that was King Solomon's gig. And at the end of this thing, he was like, women be crazy, y'all. I love women, I respect women, and I'm not saying that. This is what King Solomon said. He said, they will mess you up, dudes. Not because of them. No. Because of you, sucker. Because of you. Because you will easily be drawn away and captivated by her seductive eyes if you don't have a guard and a standard for your behavior. Well, Steve, it sounds to me like you do all that stuff because, what, are you weak? Is the sun hot? Is the snow cold? Are puppies and babies precious? Yes! Frickin' everybody's weak. If you don't think you're weak, you're deceived. Everybody has weaknesses, especially if you put yourself in tempting situations. So let me paint for you the scenario that is the spider web that traps a man who will soon be wrapped in a cocoon and have his life sucked out of him. You have a man who is in a committed covenant relationship. They are going through a struggle and a hard time. Neither of their needs are being met. Both are frustrated, upset, do not feel understood, feel left out, feel rejected, feel betrayed. And Mr. Dude goes out into the marketplace, and Mr. Dude comes across sweet little something something who doesn't have the history, doesn't realize he's normal just like every other guy, and he's got his own issues, doesn't see any of that. She's like, ooh. And she does this. Hi. Oh my God, you're just so amazing. You're just so, you're so fabulous. Do you work out? Oh my gosh, look at those biceps. She will walk all up into your grill and compliment you. And guess what will happen if you do not have a guard in your mind and heart for knowing that's going to show up? Your little bitty baby boy self will go, I am kind of awesome, and I do work really hard at that stuff. Thank you for recognizing it. You're so sweet and special. My wife doesn't even recognize that. I mean, is it too much to ask that she just recognizes that I really work hard and I'm a good guy? Freaking grow up, you damn baby. Listen to what I'm gonna tell you right now. Freaking man up. Man the hell up. That is not your role as a man, as a husband, as a father, as a provider, as a leader, as a role model to people who are watching you, whether you believe it or not. You've got to freaking suck it up and be a man. You are freaking married. You made a covenant. In that book of Proverbs, it says this: like a city whose walls are torn down is a man who lacks self-control. Self-control is pretty important. Self-control is a big deal. Self-control requires you to be willing to sacrifice your needs being met for a season. But she's not giving it to me. Well, because you're being a jackass. I love you, but you're probably not doing your part. You're probably not putting in the effort on a consistent basis. So yeah, why would she want to be? Now, it's not all on her. It's not all on you. There are two, and yet you're the responsible party, sir. You are the responsible party, sir. Period. In the Garden of Eden, when the crap hit the fan, God did not say, Adam, Eve, where are y'all? No, he did not. No. Read your Bible. He said, Adam, where are you? I entrusted this, these, and her to your care. What happened? Adam. Men, it's your responsibility. You have to freaking man up. Prepare in peacetime, because wartime is going to show up. When little Miss Cute, big eyelashes, somebody's going to say, oh my God, oh, you look so nice today. So nice. Oh, why are you so sad? What's wrong? Something wrong at home? And that spider will create a web, and she will trap you and suck the freaking life out of you. And you won't realize it until it's already done, because you opened yourself up to receive affirmation from someone other than your bride. Brother, you got to be willing to be a camel for a minute. You got to be willing to walk through that desert thirsty as hell for a while with your eyes on guard. It all begins with your eyes, dude. It all begins with your eyes. You have got to train your face. Someone come at you like that? Look at my eyes, y'all. Look at my eyes, y'all. Thank you. That was very thoughtful of you. And then you get your blessed assurance down the frickin' road. You skedaddle. You do like Joseph did in Potiphar's house, where he had the whole world in front of him, trusted by Potiphar to run everything in his house. And Potiphar's wife said, he kind of cute. Come back with me in my room. You know what he did? He didn't say, in the name of the Lord, I will stand strong. No, he didn't say, I am powerful and amazing. No. He said, how can I do this horrible thing and sin against God? And he freaking ran out of the house. A grown man ran. When was the last time you ran away from temptation? When was the last time you ran away from temptation? When was the last time you pulled a Usain Bolt in temptation? When was the last time you suffered the loss of desiring to have that affirmation make you feel better about you? When was the last time you shut it off and did not allow that into your spirit? When? When was the last time? If you do what's easy, life is going to be hard. If you do what's hard, life will be easy. You have to freaking man up. It begins with your eyes. You do not let anything in these eyes. The eyes are the window to your soul. They guard your heart, man. You got to guard your heart. People will be sweet and say nice things to you, dude. Shut it down. Shut it off. I'm not talking about being ugly. I'm saying you shut that down. You do not open the door. You play with fire, you're gonna get burned, man. You're a married man and you're flirting? You suck. I have no respect for you. Sorry, Ziegler family, I love y'all. Please don't fire me from the team. You suck, man. You know why? Because that's weak. That is a slap in the face of your wife to flirt. I don't care if you think it's innocent. I don't care if you think it's fun. I don't care. Well, I didn't mean anything by it. Well, freaking grow up, man. You're not a 15-year-old hormone-filled teenager. You're a grown freaking man. Man up. You don't get that privilege anymore, sir. When you put the ring on your finger and you covenanted with your bride, you made a promise. Well, damn, Steve, that's mighty harsh. Well, let me ask you this, Billy Bob. Let me ask you this, Billy Bob. How would you feel if your wife did what you were doing? Would you be cool with a little garden variety flirting with a guy at work? Oh, did I wake something up in you, Billy Bob? That's called hypocrisy. That's called a double standard. That's called you a little baby. You need to grow the hell up, son. Grow up. You're a man. You've got to be a man, and you don't get to be a man by having gray hair on your face or on your head. You are a man when you make the hard freaking decisions. You are a man when you stand in the face of temptation and you say no. You are a man when you run like Joseph did and you book out of the room. Do you understand, men? Do you understand? I hope. Good morning, sir. I bet he's glad he ain't listening to this. I hope I piss you off enough to look at yourself. If I'm making you mad, it's because you know you guilty, doc. Sorry. It means it's a time for a change. You walk away from this video going, I'm just going to continue to be an immature, thumb-sucking teenage baby in a man's body, or you're going to say, I'm going to frickin' man up. And you man up for as long as it takes for you to get your business together, man. Keep your eyes in your head, man. Keep your rocket in your pocket, dog. You will lose everything. And at the end of your life, you will groan in writhing pain, ashamed of the person you've become because you were unwilling to make the hard choices, have the hard conversations, and walk around empty and unfulfilled for a season until you could get it figured out with your bride. Guys, the gold, the girls, and the glory, the 3 G's will tear you down. You start chasing money more than you're chasing your wife. You start chasing girls, letting them speak into your life, and you receiving that. Don't receive that. You can say thank you, and then get the hell out of Dodge, man. Thank you. Get the hell out of Dodge. Don't be looking longer than you need to, man. Why are you going to do that? Why are you going to be starving, hungry, and go into Luby's and walk the aisle and look at all the stuff and then go, okay, and then walk out? Just mess yourself up, man. Why do you go to those stupid places where you put yourself in temptation's way? Why do you do that? Just going to work up your appetites. Get more angry and stressed. Don't do it. Don't be stupid. Like a city whose walls are torn down is a man who lacks self-control. You need some self-control? You need some help? You need some wisdom? Let me end with this. Son, ask the good Lord. He doesn't want you to blow your life. He doesn't want you to screw it all up. He don't want you to do that. He wants you to live a big life, a good life. Ask him for help, because you and I both know we can't do it on our own. You're going to rely on him. Oh, you want to do it on your own? Go right ahead. Let's see what happens. Let's see if you live a fulfilled, big, happy, passionate marriage life past your honeymoon. Let's see. Maybe you can help me with that. Most men I know, if they're honest, have got to put work in it. Be a man. Man up. Keep your eyes in your head and your rocket in your pocket. Stay out of trouble. Have a great day, guys.